Alright, here we are. What? Are you joking? You're not seriously trying to back out now, are you? Don't be such a chicken. It's broad daylight and we're all right here. Nothing's going to happen to you. Me? I'm not going in there. I'm not scared of a ghost. I'm scared of Joker. The last time we were playing this game, I tried to sneak in after Dagger when it was his turn. Joker caught me, grabbed me, dragged me away before my foot was even in the door, and he took away my sweets for an entire week. I am not risking losing them for a whole month this time over some ghost that probably isn't even real. I didn't say that. Of course I believe in ghosts, you silly. You can't be part of theatre if you're not at least a little superstitious. Well, this ghost just doesn't seem all that real. I mean, there's so many stories and they're completely different. They aren't even similar to each other. So it seems like someone just made up something scary, other people tried to make something up as well, and they all ended up using the same house as a base. Well, which version of the story have you heard? Seriously? None of them? Well, if you're going in there, you might as well know. Some people say that it was a woman who was killed by her husband, and her clothes are stained red from her blood. Other people say that she lost her husband and their child, so she took her own life. And then the really gruesome one, they say that she went mad, and she killed a bunch of people nearby. Then she took her own life before they could arrest her, so that they could never prove that she had done it. Oh, come on. None of the stories even sound all that similar except that she's dead and her clothes are all red from blood. That's the only thing that ties them together. Nothing else is even remotely similar. My point is that it's probably not even haunted. No one else in our group has ever seen anything in there. And we always tell each other the absolute truth. We grew up together. We never lie. So I promise you, if there's anything in there, it's not going to be a ghost. It'll probably just be a possum or something. So go on, stop being a coward, and go in there. Oh, right. Here you go. Good idea bringing a flashlight in there. Might be broad daylight, but they boarded up those windows to keep people from trying to break in. Didn't work well, but definitely blocks out the light. Makes it a lot spookier, don't you think? I'm only teasing. Come on, go show that not real ghost who's boss. I really hope we're right about this. Oh? Darling. Is that you? Why do you stare at me like that, darling? Surely you remember me. I could never forget a face as pretty as yours. I've been waiting for you for so very long. I had almost thought that I would never see you again. No. Darling, don't leave me. You left me once before. I don't want you to leave me again. Shh. It's all right, darling. There's no need to be frightened. I'm not so angry with you anymore. There's nothing to be afraid of. Oh, my darling. My dear, sweet Angelina. I missed you so terribly. What? What are you saying? You don't recognize me? Darling, surely you must be joking. Surely this is just some cruel jest. To enact revenge on me? Certainly you could never truly forget me. You could never forget that last night we spent together. Oh, the memory of it haunts me. I remember every time I close my eyes, whenever I lie in bed, imagining you beside me, whenever I struggle to fall asleep, all I can hear is your voice. The screaming. That dreadful screaming. And all of that pretty red blood, covering you from head to toe. I wake up in the middle of the night, tears in my eyes, begging for the universe to give you back to me. And when it finally does, you say that you can't remember me? Then why even come here? I stayed exactly where we once were. I stayed right here, waiting for you. I never left, not once. People have tried to come in here, tried to find you. I thought they were so silly looking for you, but I could never blame them for wanting to look at your beauty. Not really, no. I could never fault them for wanting to see the angel that you are. Though, I must admit, I did perhaps get a little too frustrated in my waiting. I grew impatient, and when I heard those dreadful stories they were telling about you, there were a few rough nights. People snuck in, saying awful things about you, my darling. None of them were true. So I did what I always did for you. I tore them to bloody pieces and painted them in that same pretty red blood that covered you. Darling, you mustn't try to run away from me. I did it all to protect you, to protect your name and your memory. I would never hurt you, not again. No, I will never forgive myself for what I did to you. I can never truly forgive myself for tearing you apart like that, for watching the light fade from your eyes, watching your memories play out in front of me, watching as your soul left your very body and fell into my hands. I can never atone for that. But I do hope that you can find it in your heart to have some mercy on me. Please take pity on me. I've been waiting for you all this time. I've been waiting for you to come home, my darling Angelina. And now that you're finally here, please, cease this act. You know me. You know me, don't you, my darling? You could never truly forget me, could you? Your partner in crime, your devoted servant. You could never forget me, could you? Please, just say my name. Look me in the eye and tell me that you know me. My darling. My darling. Why are you crying so? What have I done? Have I upset you? Oh, my love, my dear sweet Angelina. Please, don't waste your breath apologizing to me. I should be apologizing to you over and over. I should beg on my knees for your forgiveness. You have nothing to be sorry for. Please, please just tell me what troubles you so. Darling. Darling, certainly you jest. Do you truly not remember the face of your lover? The face of the woman who served you? Who abandoned her divine duty to help you seek revenge against those who had harmed you? Certainly. Certainly this can't be true. You must remember me. You must. Darling, darling, please. I love you. I've been waiting all of this time for you to return to me. Look at me. Say my name. I know you can. Darling. Well, I've waited more than a century for you to return to me. I have waited more than a century to see if you would offer me your forgiveness. I have waited all this time, hoping that my grief and my torment would be enough penance to gain what I had lost, what I never truly had. I wanted so badly for you to love me the way that I loved you. I wanted so badly for us to have another chance, for you to come to love me the same way that I love you. I waited so patiently. I don't mind waiting more. If it's to keep you by my side, if it's to remind you of who you are and who I am, I will wait another century if I must. That can be my atonement, don't you think, darling? I can help you remember. I can help you remember it all. Come with me now, darling. Come along. Let's get you into something a bit more comfortable. Something red, just what you always liked. Darling, darling, please. Let me atone for the death you suffered at my hands.